inherited the worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. That was a terrible time for our country.
We have to move along.
9 million people
Secretary
lost their
Clinton, we
jobs,
have to-
5 million homes were lost,
Secretary
and
Clinton, we're
$13
moving
trillion
on.
in family wealth was wiped out. We are back on the right track. He would send us back into recession with his tax plans.
Secretary Clinton, we are moving to an audience question. We're almost out of time. We have
the
another.
slowest growth
Mr. Trump, we're
since
moving to an audience question.
1929. It is, our country
Mr. Trump,
has the
Secretary
slowest growth,
Clinton, we
and
want to get
jobs
to
are a
the audience.
disaster.
Thank you very much, both of you. We have another audience question. Beth Miller has a question for both candidates.
Good evening. Perhaps the most important aspect of this
Si te
election
gusta el
is the
reggaetón,
Supreme
dale.
Court justice.
Vamos a pegarnos
What would
como
you
perro de...
prioritize as the most important aspect of
Está pegado
selecting
como
the Supreme
perro,
Court justice?
We begin with your 2 minutes,
Vaya a
Secretary.
pegarse como
Thank you.
perro,
You're right. This is one of the most
A
important
ellos les gusta el
issues
reggaetón,
of this
dale.
election.
Vayan a pegarse como perro,
To appoint Supreme Court justices who understand the way the world really works, who have real life experience, who have not just been in a big law firm and maybe clerked for a judge and then gotten on the bench, but maybe they tried some more cases. They actually understand what people are up against, because I think the current court has gone in the wrong direction. And so I would want to see the Supreme Court reverse Citizens United and get dark, unaccountable money out of our politics. Donald doesn't agree with that. I would like the Supreme Court to understand that voting rights are still a big problem in many parts of our country, that we don't always do everything we can to make it possible for people of color and older people and young people to be able to exercise their franchise. I want a Supreme Court that will stick with Roe v. Wade and a woman's right to choose, and I want a Supreme Court that will stick with marriage equality. Now, Donald has put forth the names of some people that he would consider, and among the ones that he has suggested are people who would reverse Roe v. Wade and reverse marriage equality. I think that would be a terrible mistake and would take us backwards. I want a Supreme Court that doesn't always side with corporate interests. I want a Supreme Court that understands because you're wealthy and you can give more money to something doesn't mean you have any more rights or should have any more rights than anybody else. So I have very clear views about what I want to see to change the balance on the Supreme Court. And I regret deeply that the Senate has not done its job, and they have not permitted a vote on the person that President Obama, a highly qualified person, they've not given him a vote to be able to have the full complement of 9 Supreme Court justices. I think that was a dereliction of duty. I hope that they will see their way to doing it, but if I am so fortunate enough as to be president, I will immediately move to make sure that we fill that. We have 9
Thank you,
justices,
Secretary
and they get to
Clinton.
work on behalf of our people.
Thank you. You're out of time, Mr. Trump.
Justice Scalia, great judge, died recently, and we have a vacancy. I am looking to appoint judges very much in the mold of Justice Scalia. I'm looking for judges, and I've actually picked 20 of them, so that people would see highly respected, highly thought of, and actually very beautifully reviewed by just about everybody, but people that will respect the Constitution.
You're so boring, you don't know nothing about
I
nothing.
think that this
You're
is
half
so-
empty.
Also, the Second
brain,
Amendment,
nobody
which is
home.
totally under siege by
You should be
people
different
like Hillary Clinton.
about
I
you.
respect the Second Amendment and what it stands for and what it represents.
Just Trump,
It's so important. Now,
you,
mentioned
you,
something
and you,
about,
and you, and you for all your
contributions,
life.
just so you understand. So
You will listen
I
about
will
Trump have this, Trump
in
on
raise
this, Trump is
more
the
than $100
multimillionaire,
million
Trump is this.
of my money.
You're so
I'm not
ambitious.
taking all of this big money from
Yes,
all of
you're
these
looking
different
for a job.
corporations like she's doing. What I ask
You're
is
looking
this,
for a job. You're
I'm
on
putting a
employment,
million. By
man.
the time it's finished, I'll have more
So
than
you got a
$100
job.
million invested.
Secretary of
Pretty
State.
much self-funding mine. We're
You don't
raising
have
money
no
for the
job,
Republican
no
Party, and
business,
we're
you're
doing
broke.
tremendously on the small donations,
By the
$61
Trump.
average
Shut
or
up.
so.